So I'm sitting on a nice beanbag, waiting for my friend's response about his visit to Tokyo, Japan. I recently just texted him, look, what's the plan? It's coming up. It's about like a few days away. Like, what's the plan? And then he texts back that he's basically just gonna wing it. And this is just a lesson in like why you should probably not wing it. Right now I'm at Sensoji, which is a very, very popular place in Asakusa. And I suppose it's actually not that busy today, even though it looks very, very busy. Uh, a lot of people are here. And we went during the weekend actually, and it was way, way more crowded than this. So if you're trying to like actually come here to take good photos or come here while it's not this crowded, it might be a good idea to actually plan things. As well as the Sky Tree over there, we actually he wanted to go to the Kirby Cafe and he didn't book ahead of time. It's kind of like full for like the next 2 months. So you gotta really, really plan ahead of time if you're going to visit Japan, or at least in Tokyo, or the popular spots, the touristy spots. That's just a quick lesson. When he texted me that, I was honestly like kind of apprehensive about it because I'm kind of like more of a organized plan type of guy, because in general I feel like things work out better when you have at least a rough plan of like what you want to do, and then like look up like the hours, look up like how busy it is and how hard it is to book, whether or not you do need to book it and all that stuff. So that's just a quick lesson on why you should definitely not wing it when you are going to Japan. I feel like out of all the places when you're visiting, Japan is a place you kind of have to plan a fair amount of it. When I went the first few times, my friends were the ones who planned most of it, but the last year when I visited, I used an app called Wanderlust, I think, Wanderlust, and it's a pretty solid itinerary planning app that's free that I used. But you can always just simply put your stuff on notes, just like each day, like where you want to visit and stuff. But those are basically how I personally have done it in the past. These days, since I'm here for a longer term, I kind of don't really need to do that. I just think of where or what I want to do and then just book it ahead of time and then go that day. So it's much easier, obviously, when you're here for a while. But my friend was traveling for just about like 5 days, and he felt like he needed way more days and that he regretted winging it very, very much. So that's just a warning for anyone who's visiting for a shorter period of time. Even if you're visiting like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I still say like definitely do not wing it. Like have a good solid itinerary. That is my best tip for you guys. But yeah, today is actually not that crowded compared to a weekend. Like if you're planning on visiting temples, always do it in the morning. Like Kiyomizu-dera is a temple in Kyoto that I really like. I visited it like I think 4 or 5 times since I did language school in Kyoto. It's always crowded, like in the afternoon, always, like no matter what, weekend or weekday. It's crazy crowded, but it's less crowded on a weekday, and it's like not crowded at all in the morning. So, like right when it opens, basically. So definitely plan for that for temples. Like just come as early as you can for those types of places, and other, honestly, like any place, like the earlier you go, the probably the better. It's just a rule for even like seeing Kinkakuji in snow. Like going early on a weekend was the best, and then it got super crowded like an hour later. So yeah, that's just a tip based on all the experiences I've had while visiting popular places, basically. Okay, that's it for this one. Catch you guys in the next one.